something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't, 'cause I got better things to do. Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stare, the way you roll up on me, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind.
Hey guys,
what's up?
Oh my God, we are so sorry, you guys, for being late and coming on here. We had some technical difficulties, but you guys are on live with us on Real Talk with me and my co-host, Michael.
What's up? What's up, boo?
You all right, man?
I am so excited to be working with you, Rodney, and doing this podcast. We have a really, really good show coming up. Man, we have the electric Dr. Sabrina Jackson, who's been called the voice of effectiveness and etiquette. She's going to be talking about internet dating and computer love. We have, guys, that I am a huge fan of love stories, and the more drama, the better. And if you've seen Notebook, you wait till you meet our guests that are going to be coming up. This is a love story to end all love stories. And I cannot forget my own co-host, who's like a local celebrity, Mr. Rodney Howell, will be featuring the latest trends and accessories for spring from the Rodney Howell collection. What's going on, Rodney?
What's going on, man? What is going on? I am so excited, Mike, to be here on the podcast, man. And it's like the people that we have that are coming on here is going to be amazing. Everybody, I'd like for you to like and share. Make sure, guys, that you join the podcast. Exactly, so that everybody would be able to join us and see what we're doing. I'm fumbling here just a little because we have some technical difficulties, and I'm trying to find my script, which I'm having a hard time doing. But you know what? I'm gonna wing it, and we're gonna make this happen.
No problem. So, Rodney,
make it happen.
Tell me, Rodney, how do you think the podcast is going to impact people's lives?
You know what, man? It is something that everybody is doing now. Everybody's doing it. This summer is coming up, and we have some wonderful things that are in store with Real Talk, with our iPads. If you guys can go on Facebook and all different type of social media sources to see us. So make sure that you follow us, you guys, and find out what's happening around the city, around New York, Atlanta, and especially Detroit. That's where we're broadcasting from.
I know that's right. And I think that we're going to make a huge impact talking about love, life, and relationships, and all that all of that entails. I think between the two of us, our experience, our stories is just going to set the airways on fire.
Oh yeah. I'm excited, man. I am so excited. And I'm excited too, Mike, about my new clothing line.
Oh man, I cannot wait. I took a sneak peek. I wanted to see what was going on before you put what was going on. I don't want people to everything to be sold out. I had a few sweaters I have my eye on.
Oh yeah, man. Make sure you go on, you guys. Make sure you check out the Rodney Howell collection.com. I just launched a women's clothing line. And I have some amazing pieces, so I'm kind of dibbing and dabbing here and there. But go on to the website, and you guys will see some of the things that we have. We got some sexy things going on, too. So you guys want to make sure you check it out.
Okay, well, we will be right back after these commercial breaks. Can't wait to see you guys.
All right.
Never knew time well spent would reap such sweet nourishment. Never knew if we looked we would see. I never guessed you and me. Never knew that this could be. Can't believe the strength in words we have found. Strength.
All right, and we are back, you guys. We are back. And you know what, Mike? Since I'm a hairdresser, man, we gotta do a little shop talk. You know, let me tell you guys what shop talk is. It's just a little bit of gossip that we have in the salon. And what we're going to talk about today is Niecy Nash and her wife, Jessica Betts. That is awesome, man. They're on the cover of Essence. How about that?
Oh man, they look absolutely amazing. This article was absolutely stunning, from the cover to the end. I did get a chance to read it and just to hear their story. It was just phenomenal. I think
I love it. Niecy looked a little nervous on there. She got a little baby hair going on the side.
What's going on? But I know what it's like. You know, she being the, you know, kind of like the poster child, the spokesperson for a community. It was a lot of pressure. I think that they were the first same-sex couple to be featured on Essence. So it was a big deal.
Totally awesome, Mike. Which is totally awesome. I think they make a wonderful couple. Now, she was married to a man, and I believe, what's his name? Jay something.
Yeah.
Jay Tucker. Jay Tucker, but I think they have something going so that you guys can see some of the interview that they did of them for Essence magazine, which was really awesome, man. It's like we are going to a whole nother level with same gender couples and loving. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, let's take a look at the clip.
All right.
Share recipes. We are just one of many voices who share love. I mean, we're just sharing a part of who we are, a part of our life. I think we share from an authentic place. I'm Niecy Nash.
And this is Jessica Betts.
Well, I'm a Betts too, but this is also Essence Uncovered. First of all, being the first same-sex couple on the cover of Essence is mind-blowing. We're like, wait, what? Wait, us? Well, you've never done this before? Go. And then we thought, how cool.
Definitely an historic.
Wow.
For us all. And when I say that, I mean women, the culture, the community. And it means a lot to us because we know it's going to mean so much to others.
When you say Hollywood love story, I don't exactly know what that means. Well, we work in entertainment. I think anytime you meet your soulmate, your better half, the person that completes you, it's a fairy tale. I don't care where you live. This could be a Compton love story. What is it?
Southside.
What's the most romantic thing you've ever done for me? Ooh.
I've done so many.
Wow.
Talk about.
Wow. How awesome is that, man?
That was absolutely awesome. I think we cut out the part. My favorite part was Nisi said that for the first time she felt fully seen. And I thought that in those 3 words, she said it made such a powerful impact on me, having experienced marriage. But when she said that she felt fully seen, I just really felt that.
Wait, Mike. Did you say you were married?
Yeah, we're talking about that on another show.
Oh, okay. Now that's something new to me. That's something that I didn't know. Okay, you're gonna have to give me that information later. But you know what? We got some wonderful, amazing people in store on the show today, and so happen we have a couple that are similar to them. Now, Kanye, he is.
Oh, did you hear?
Man,
there's so much.
Him and DL Hughley, they're going through this little battle. So Kanye couldn't handle the divorce with Kim.
Yeah.
So he's lashing out at everybody.
I appreciate that because
every single body. I thought that, I think that DL having children, having children, it changes a person's perspective. But DL was just like flat out, he was like, why are y'all encouraging him? Like, he's stalking. Like, he's a stalker. And it got so bad that, I think they canceled him from doing the Grammys.
Oh, yeah, he is. They canceled him from performing, but he will be able to attend.
Okay.
He also had one of his cronies. Well, he didn't, but when you're putting out negative information like that, people are going to be coming out from the woodwork. Mm-hmm. One of the artists, I forgot the guy's name, but he saw DL in a restaurant, and he approached him with his cell phone, and he was trying to make the brother apologize live on his cell phone. How rude is that? Unbelievable, man.
Are you serious?
Yes, exactly. They have some of the video footage. You guys have to go on YouTube and check it out. But that's amazing, man. It's kind of childish. Well,
just to kind of switch it up. What do you think about? You think that Will and Jada's having an open marriage kind of set like a trend for couples in 2020?
That's pretty interesting, man. Now, you know what? I don't think they really ever came out, Mike, and said that they had an open relationship. I think they kind of alluded to it. And then I'm in the process of reading Will's book. And I hadn't got to that part yet. That's going to be the juicy part. But you know what, man? Whatever works for you. Wherever you find love and in your relationship between you and your partner, if it works, hey, go for it. Whose business is it? It's not ours. I'm happy for everybody that's in love or that find love. That's what I'm looking for.
I would definitely say whether it's true or not, I think that it was something that has kind of been like in Pandora's box or whatever you want to call it, that it was kind of brought to the forefront. And I think that because now, you polyamorous, Pan-Asian, questioning.
And look, Mike, you got to help me out with that. I'm old school, man. And I'm not for sure.
Well, there's LGBT.
I'm kind of rusty on that.
Questioning. Then there's pansexual, and polyamorous.
Right. But we got some amazing guests on here today. And Mike, I'm going to let you introduce who our guests are on today.
Well, our first guest coming up will be actually you, sir. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. Let him get prepared. We'll be right back after these messages.
Me?
Yes.
I'm excited. All right, let's go for it.
I can We both know when it's right. Babe, I can ease your mind, but I want it my way. So meet me in the crowd. Everything is allowed. Your mind is running wild, but we'll do it my way. Love is a feeling, and you can quench this fire. No. So give me when I want it, baby.
Wow.
OMG.
Get out
Nice.
of here. Now,
Well, welcome back.
I didn't know I was going to be on the show. I guess on the show.
Well, welcome back to our lifestyle segment. And for those of you that may be fashion challenged, such as myself, I've always wanted to know how to dress to attract the thing or the person, that I wanted. And style is absolutely a part of love and relationships. And every podcast we want to feature the hottest makeup artists, the hottest stylists, the hottest hairdressers, the hottest looks.
Yes,
and
sir.
How could we not do that without talking to the Mr. Rodney Howell?
Look, you got me, Mike, on that. I was not expecting that. I mean, come on. That is awesome, man. That really made my clothing line look good. Mike, I am so excited about launching, like I said before, my women's line. Before I was doing men's, and now I decided just to kind of branch off just a little into women's. We went to the magic show, and it's not the magic show, you guys. It's the magic show. It's a clothing show. It's a trunk show that they have every year in Vegas. They have it in New York. And what you do, if you're a retailer, you're selling clothes, you go there and you kind of partner with the wholesalers there to purchase clothes, the latest trends that are coming out for that particular season, so that you can sell them in your store. So I went there to Vegas, man, and I got some amazing pieces. So I'm really excited about that and showing them. And some of them you saw there on the little video that you guys came up with. That's amazing, man. Awesome.
Well, Rodney, being a new entrepreneur, I find that I have had some struggles getting started, some struggles like sticking to what it is I wanted to do in life insurance. And I was wondering, how did you make the transition from hairstylist to the stylist to the stars? What was that process like? What was the grind like? Tell us about that.
You know what, man? I think my very first celebrity client was Anita Baker. And Anita Baker, then Diane Carroll.
You were responsible for no,
not quite that.
Oh,
not quite
what?
that. But Anita was really awesome, man. She's very particular, so that made me feel real good. Because I was able to satisfy her as far as her hair. But you know what, man? All of my clients are celebrity clients, because without them, there is no me. So I just tried to just stay norm. Everybody's just human,
Okay.
And I've had an awesome opportunity to do a few celebrities, and I guess that classified me as a celebrity stylist.
Okay.
But I am in love with my clients. At Harrison Hair Salon, man, and the women are amazing, and they support my business that I'm doing now, my clothing line. So, I'm a jack of all trades, man. I do interior designing, I do house staging.
Well,
but my main source of income is hair. It's Harrison Hair Salon. I also have a salon that's called the Silver Fox.
Okay. Well, real quick, in the essence of time, because we kind of got behind a little bit. What are some of the hot items or the must-haves?
You know what, man? That burgundy jacket that I had there, and now's the time, fellas, to go and check that out because they're going fast. I think it just got a couple left, and that's just something, man, for the spring that you can wear and colors like you see now. I'm kind of bright. I don't know if I'm blinding y'all on the screen, but I am not afraid of fashion. I'm not afraid of fashion. at all. You know, and my favorite quote is, man, is that you can buy fashion, but one possess style.
Nice.
So think about it. You know, anybody can buy fashion, but if you don't have style, man, you can't pull it off. The fashion will be wearing you instead of you wearing it.
Absolutely. Well, Rodney, as we close out, I'll let you go to commercial. Tell us where we can find these the Rodney Howell collection.
You guys can go to RodneyHowellCollection.com. Anywhere on social media, Rodney Howell, it'll come up. Google me.
We'll be right back.
All right.
You a bad bitch, or you a bad bitch, or you a bad bitch, is you a savage? Well, whether you are a bad bitch or a savage or whatever you want to call yourself, I am here to talk to you today about a book called Bad Bitches and Perfect Pitches that is authored by Precious Williams. One of the biggest differences between you and your competition in any facet of your life is the fact that they know how to effectively communicate and you don't. See, in this world, you don't have to be the smartest, you don't have to be the prettiest, you don't have to have the most money, but you do have to be able to sell yourself. Now, Precious Williams comes from the inner city of St. Louis, and she, in her book, has shown you how to elevate your life by using the gift of gab. Now, Precious Williams' book has been featured on Forbes, CNN, LinkedIn, Black Enterprise, and more. It can be found at www.perfectpitches by Precious. Now go ahead and buy today so you can be on your way to being a bad bitch with the perfect pitch.
Did that commercial say a bad?
Yes.
Okay.
Great book, though. Great book and great personality. Welcome back, guys, to our love segment. This segment, I'm talking about this amazing couple that I was talking to you about in the love story to end all love stories. Beating the odds to find love and just giving us the ups and the downs and the ins and the outs of this amazing story. And Rodney, why don't you introduce them? I believe they're friends of yours. One of them is a friend.
Yes, you guys. These are two amazing women that happen to be very good friends of mine, and I love them to life. And I am so happy that they trust me and love me enough to come on and share their story. I thought, Michael, this is something that everyone needs to hear because love is love. And I always say, Mike, that a heart does not have a sexual orientation. A heart is just a heart, you know, and you can't help who you fall in love with. But Absolutely. We call it Dee and Tarita. They are friends of mine. And thanks so much. I love you guys.
Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Look how cute they are, Michael. Look how cute they are.
I know. That's why when we came on, I was loving the white. I tried to coordinate.
I love them, Michael. They are
guys.
A wonderful couple. And look, you guys, they are married.
Yeah.
Each other. Look how beautiful they are.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
There you go.
Well, Deanna and Tarita, please introduce yourselves and tell us how you guys met.
You go first. Oh. Let me go first. I am Tarita Boone, and this is Deanna Boone.
All right.
Let's put the last name with it. Hello.
I know, Tarita. Right. Before you go any further, that's a good question right there. How did you guys decide what last name to take? Was that a fight, a struggle?
No, not at all.
That's wonderful. Okay.
Super easy. So the backstory to that is my grandmother passed away many years ago. My mom was a child. And so there are only 2 living Boones left in my family. So to pay homage and honor and respect to my grandmother, Tarita took that name so that we could try to, keep the name.
Oh, carry on the legacy of the family name.
Uh-huh. That's what you do, right? Yeah. When you love someone, you make sacrifices. And it was okay with me. It was a no-brainer. I was fine with
awesome. And speaking about family, you guys, how did your family feel about you guys getting married? Did you guys have any pushback or anybody say that I can't come to the wedding? And by the way, they had a fabulous wedding, you guys. I was out of town, but I saw pictures. Did you guys have any pushback from that?
Well, I did. Deanna's family, it was very open and welcoming. I had some pushback, but you know what I had to say to myself is, this is not about them. This is about our love.
Right.
And if you don't understand our love, then you stay at home and we'll stay where we are and we'll party with the people that want to celebrate our love.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Which is totally awesome, because you know what I find, a lot of people are so willing to support Shaquita with her 5 different baby daddies, and then she marrying Ray to kick up behind all the time, but they going to her wedding and they're going to support her. But it's all about supporting who you love. You don't have to understand it, and you don't necessarily always have to agree with it. But if you love someone, you support what they're doing. And if it doesn't work out, then you're there to support them.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
And Tarita, did knowing that Deanna was the one, did that kind of help with dealing with your family?
Oh yeah, because she's like my rock. So it's just like, she is so like my everything. I mean, I can't even explain when I say that. Like, she's my biggest cheerleader. She's my supporter. If I say I'm jumping off the bridge, she gonna be like, well, let me go on your back and jump with you. So it's just like, I mean, you know, I love my family, don't get me wrong, but when you find that person that is willing to ride or die with you, you ride or die with them. And all the rest of the world, you guys have to stay on the outside, because we are in our bubble and that's where we're gonna stay.
Absolutely.
And then look, they all came along, because when love is love and you're extruding all that light, they come along and they have.
Yes.
Because they like, she's not going anywhere, apparently. So.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. And then,
well, Deanna, go ahead, Rodney.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Oh, Deanna, how did you know that Tarita was the one?
I couldn't.
No, wait. I have to be a little messy. So, okay, like, were you friends when, because you were married, right?
Yes.
Or you were not married? You're
right.
So were you married? I mean, were you friends while she was Tarita was
married?
Now
you're being messy.
I said a little. That's part of the drama.
Well, my philosophy is everybody has somebody, right? I mean, whether you're breaking up or whatever the case may be, or sometimes you're in a situation where you're not with the one. And I mean, let's just keep it real.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've been married twice.
I find your one. So sometimes people, they may get their heart broken, or it might not be the right time for everyone else, but it's the right time for you. And you have to do what makes you happy.
Yes.
And not everyone else. And
that's what's important. That's important. And Tarita, I remember we had a talk. I don't know if you remember, but
what we say?
I remember I had the party here at the house. So this is when we found out about thee.
Oh,
all right.
And Tarita called me, and I had no idea, and not that I stereotype anybody, but I was like, I just didn't know. So
I know everybody says that, Rodney. You're not the only one. They be like,
I know. And look, we family, and I still didn't know.
That's the thing, is that she was married to a man prior, Michael.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I said. Like, were you all friends? Like, how did that? I've heard some stories. I always wondered, like, how did that transition come about?
Listen to this, Mike.
I mean, first of all, you got to be, that's courageous. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
It
was a lot. And you do have to be courageous, and you do have to stand in your own, because it does it becomes a lot.
Exactly. And look, the Bible says, be true to thy own self. And that is so important. And that's what we have to do. But what I was saying is, Tarita called me before this party. And she says, well, Rodney, I'm coming, and I have a friend of mine that I want to bring. And I was like, well, you bring anybody who you want to bring. And she's like, oh, it's a special friend. I was like, oh, good. I can't wait to meet him. I was like, bring him. And then she told me, she said, well, it's not a him, it's a her. I was like, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I was like, why didn't you tell me? And then she bought this beautiful woman that fell at my house in the driveway. Remember the driveway was kind of unlocked. I was like, God, the first time I meet her, she gonna sue me. Unbelievable.
Wow.
They are an absolutely beautiful couple inside and out, and they're not you know how people stereotype us, you know, and they look at their wedding picture. I don't know if we have it. If we have it, guys, I hope that you can show it, because these are two beautiful women, and you can't put people in a box, because they're always putting us in a box. And it's so sad that society has not created a platform for those of us who really want our same gender loving can come out and really be ourselves and love who we want to love, you know. So, and it's sad because there's a bunch of guys that are like that are married to women for the sake of they're saving their jobs or their families, and you know, and it's so unfortunate, as well as women. And some people would rather be alone and be by themselves than to be open and true to themselves. You know, at the end of the day, you got to love yourself.
Well, I think that just to knowing that that's part of our history. I want to say it's like 64 when black African Americans could marry a white person, and then we came up with our own traditions. Like when I was getting married, I had someone told me about the idea of jumping the broom. So when black people couldn't get married, we came up with our own ceremony, our own type of ceremony. That's where jumping the broom came from. It's a ceremony that we created for ourselves, and I think that just having that part of our rich history and being able to figure it out, coming up with ways to do what needs to be done, to be committed, you know, to that, to our partners, is such a powerful thing. And it's like people see everything but that. They see everything but the fact that, you know, you knew in your heart that this was the one and it was worth the risk. You knew in your heart that this is the person that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with, and whatever it took, you were going to figure it out. And people look and all they see is like, what's going on in the bedroom? I was like, well,
I know that is so right.
And it's not about that. And it's so not about that.
I am a whole person.
Right.
So,
and I remember, Tarita, you shared with me that you didn't have an attraction to women, but you fell in love. Can you talk about that?
I mean, so you have to look at it as just if you close your eyes, like what feeling are you getting? Because when you are with somebody that you love, you do have this like electric feeling around you. And that's what I felt. It had nothing to do with her gender. It had nothing to do with sex. It was just like her, because she is a genuine person and she brings the best out of me. Like, I hope I bring the best out of her, but she brings the best out of me. And so it was like, I had never experienced that. And not saying there's no man out there, because I don't want someone to think like, oh, she said no man can do that for her. But they didn't do it for me at the time. Exactly. She came along and it was just like, wow, it just fell in my lap. Like, this is really happening. And I have to embrace it. And so I embraced it, and this is where we are.
And
to say that people wonder about what's going on in the bathroom, in the bedroom, Michael, it's a lot going on in this bedroom, though.
Well,
that's what I'm talking about. Look,
because you've been kind of the laid back one. So I'm gonna give you this question. If you can
that's deceiving, Michael.
Oh, I believe it. Deanna, if you could express your love for Tarita in 3 words, what would they be?
A God-given blessing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's powerful right off the rip.
God-given blessing. And Tarita?
That's awesome.
What, you know what? Let me just put something out there. Deanna is so eloquent with her words, okay? And they just flow so nicely.
See, that's how I got her.
It is.
You smooth operator.
Yes. But if I had to express my love for her in 3 words, I would express it as blinding, intoxicating light.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wow.
deep. You know what? Women are more emotional. Now,
Yeah.
if it was, you know what? If it was two brothers up there, you'd be sitting there looking stupid, like you know what to say. So when you get to same gender loving women opposed to men, it's totally different.
Totally
Yeah,
different.
Men only
I
think
agree.
exactly. Men just think with their head. You get my drift.
Not all of them. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's what
But
Michael
thank you guys so much. Like I said, I love and I love your love. I'm gonna
Yes.
put my camera in a second. But thank you guys so much for sharing your story with us and being a part of our first podcast. We're gonna take a quick break.
And
Thank
I love you
you.
guys. Thanks so much, you guys, for coming on.
And we'll be right back after these
Having
messages.
All right, guys.
I've been doing this for 30 years, and I still love what I do. Opening up this salon. Looking forward to all the wonderful, beautiful women that I make feel good after I've done their hair. I have a great team. I have 6 amazing stylists, along with 1 esthetician. So if you're looking for a professional environment and professional stylist, Hairshin is your place. We're located at 25284 Evergreen Road, just north of 10 Mile in Southfield, the fabulous downtown Southfield. So give us a call at 248-799-9963. We're looking forward to servicing you.
Oh, I love it, Rodney. Thank you. Yes.
Día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? Ansias parte de mi amanecer, ¿qué será?
All right. We are back, people. Thank you for tuning in. I love Tarita and D Mike. They just make my heart, and I pray that I can find that type of love. You know?
Absolutely, man. I'm telling you, it was like I said, I hated to be like a little bit messy, but I think that people need to understand, when people are what's going on, where people are spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and that is such such a greater part of the issue or the struggle that LGBTQ they're going through. And I think that
we ain't making fun. We ain't making fun.
No,
we learning it. I'm old school, and I'm just learning.
And I think that in our next segment on relationships, we have the amazing Dr. Sabrina. Maybe she could shed a little bit of light on that. But Dr. Sabrina has been called the voice delivering excellence for decades. She's a trailblazer. She can make you laugh and cry all in one bundle. So she's a one-woman show. Welcome, Dr. Sabrina, to the show.
Hey, Dr. Sabrina, what's up? We back together again.
You know what? I was looking through some pictures and I found the pictures that we took that photo shoot at your house.
Oh, yeah, for the radio show.
Yes, that was many years ago.
Yes, that's awesome, Michael. Dr. Sabrina and I used to do 9:10 a.m.
I told you I saw it a couple times.
That's right, exactly. Early in the morning. But
1 a.m. to 3 a.m. we were the hottest in late night talk.
I caught a steamy episode. Dr. Sabrina was here and there, and you were rolling on the floor. I'm like, what are they talking about?
Yes,
something
we talked about some of everything. That was the original shop talk.
Yes, I had to put a pin in it.
Well, that's one of them. Can I just say that one of the things that I heard in the interview before me is that I have a lot of clients who have come to me with challenges with their parents or family members because of same-sex relationships. And so I had a really good friend who we grew up together, and her daughter married her significant other, and she was tripping. And so one of the things she said to me was like, well, what do I do with the perversion? I says, well, if every time you talk to them, you think about what they're doing in bed, the person with the perversion is you, not them. They just want to have dinner and talk about what the movies was talking about.
Exactly. I think, Dr. Sabrina, that's all everybody ever thinks about when it comes to same gender loving, especially men. They think about gay men, if you will. They just want oral sex, or they just want to have sex, and that's so far from the truth. You know, and a lot of people don't take the opportunity to really get to know who we are as people.
But to be real honest, I think the problem in relationships is if we look at the divorce rate, it is very high.
Among heterosexual,
50% end in divorce. For second marriages, 62% end in divorce. And third marriages, 73% ends in divorce. And that's because people don't take the time to get to know the person that they are with. They think through this lens of who raised me, the church I went to.
Oh, yeah.
You have to lay all of that aside to just talk and get to know the other person. And in doing that, it's so important that people are honest with themselves first. Too often we just do what somebody else thinks we should do and not what's true for us. So
well, speaking of what's true for us, I really wanted to get into this topic with you, Dr. Sabrina. First of all, being a doctor, being a woman of excellence, being a beautiful and vivacious creature of God.
Go ahead, Michael.
In talking about computer love, I won't sing the song, but in talking about computer love, and internet dating, what were you going through? What was like the mindset that kind of got you involved in as a female, like wanting even to try internet dating? And how long have you been a participant?
I believe I am a person that my personality is such that I like to try new things. And so when internet dating came out, I was curious, I was interested, so I made a profile. But one of the things that I say, and I've been doing it for over 20 years, because online dating has been around for over 20 years.
Yes.
And so when it first came out, I jumped in. I just jumped on in to see what it was like. But I never call it online dating because you're really not dating online. It's simply an introduction tool. And so if your mindset is, it's online dating, that's crazy. You ain't dating online. It is just a tool to get to know someone different. And so I look at it as just another introduction tool. And any tool you use, you just don't go out there and just start using a tool. You need to
come on and teach.
Exactly.
Come on and teach today.
Exactly.
There's some instructions. There's some things to do and some things not to do. And so I think when people say, well, I'm not into it because people on there desperate. Well, honey, you single.
Exactly. And that's what it's for. Dr. Sabrina, take us through your ritual when you, right before, if you met someone online, right before you dated them.
Michael, I love you too. I love you too, Michael.
I love you.
I know, right? Mike, I told you she's 100.
She is.
And we're going to talk about our new show too.
Yes, got to get to that.
Tell us what your process is.
So my process is this. First, I have a standard that I live by. First, when it's online dating, I don't want to talk to you online forever. I don't want you texting me. I don't want to have to email you. If I have a connection, then I want to move quickly to the next stage of talking to you and hearing your voice.
Yes.
And what about FaceTime?
Oh, definitely FaceTime. Oh, yeah. If we're not going to FaceTime, then I need to see you in person.
Exactly.
But I am not going to be one of these women that it's been 6 years. I've never seen you in person. You're on an oil rig. You can never. Those are scams, people.
I done sent you money, and we ain't got
okay. Let me help you with something. I ain't never sent nobody no money, ever.
The
only male that gets money from me is named Marcel Smith, and he came out of me.
I'm just saying. A lot of people get catfished by dating because you have to have, and like you said, Dr. Sabrina, you got to have standards and you got to have rules. And I think probably after we talk the first time, the second time, I'm going to need you to FaceTime me. I'm going to need to see who I'm talking to, and so that we can get acquainted.
I remember when I would start going through different profiles, and people will use profiles of people that they don't know.
Somebody else.
I
That's
remember they used
catfishing.
Kwame's profile, and I'm thinking, I know Kwame. I know Kwame
Exactly.
ain't on here. One, because at that time Kwame was still in prison, so no, he ain't on here trying to get him.
Somebody was doing pretending to be.
Somebody was using his picture.
Catfishing.
That's catfishing. So let me say this. If you are going to be serious about delving into this virtual world, you should Google dating scams, because there are scams in dating, online dating scams, and research them, because they clever. They come up with new ones. Once people figure that out, they come up with the new ones. So you should make sure that you keep yourself on the cutting edge of information.
And would
that's
you?
Not this thing is information.
Are there any particular sites that are better than others?
As far as they, well, let me say this.
It
depends on what you're looking for, because some sites are specifically for, can I say it?
Yeah.
The hookup.
Yes, that's what.
So those are not dating sites.
Well,
that's called a sex site.
But again, it's still a way of introduction.
Okay.
And you know what, Dr. Sabrina, and I was just talking to a young lady in the salon on today, and she has not had sex in a while, and I mean a long time.
What's a long time?
Yeah, I'm talking about probably about 3-4 years.
That ain't even long. I know women that ain't had sex in over 20 years.
Well, but this particular young lady, she wants to engage, and she has a friend with benefits, and they have stopped, over the course of the 3 years. So I was sharing with her that sometimes I think, this is just me personally, it's okay if you have a Mr. right now, somebody that handle, we're grown, and we're adults. And if you have somebody that will participate with you that you trust, I don't see where there's a problem to have a hookup, or, you get together just for that purpose. I call it maintenance, and we all need that human touch every now and then. Does that make you less than a woman if you do that?
Okay. So first of all, just let me put it out here as clear as I can possibly put it. You are not less than anything when you know what your values are, what your needs are, and you are meeting them as a grown person. You ain't hurting nobody. You ain't messing with children. You ain't locking folk up unless they have to be locked up, because some people get down that way. However, you have to be honest with yourself. And so I get so tired of people trying to stuff their values down somebody else's throat. I don't have no throat to throw my values down. My values are mine. And so there's certain things that I'm open to, and there's certain things that I'm not. And the things that I'm not open to, I don't care what you say to me, you ain't gonna make me do that.
Yeah,
that ain't what I do.
And you know what? And God come, he ain't gonna ask you nothing about me. So mind your own business and do you.
I say this, I have 24 hours to mind my own business, which leaves me not a moment to mind yours.
Exactly.
So, and okay, because there are many women that I've talked to that just can't get behind the idea of internet dating. What would you say, like in 5 bullets or less, the best things about online dating?
It allows you an opportunity to vet a person without having to go out, get dressed up, all that kind of stuff. You can just talk to a person. Even when you're looking through profiles, you're looking through profiles, you swipe one way or the other. If I don't like the profile, next. If I do like the profile, and then I like the fact that when you swipe right, the other person has to swipe right.
Right, and that's Bumble. Is that Bumble?
That's right. Okay.
Most websites are like that. Bumble, Hinge, Tinder, Facebook dating.
Oh, you on all of them, girl. Dr. Sabrina, tell me what advice that you would give a mature woman that's doing online dating. What type of advice would you give her?
The same thing that I give anybody else is that you are still a grown-up. You are still adult. You are still alive. And because you are still alive, the possibility to whatever you want to do while you're alive, live your life. You are not supposed to put it up on a shelf. As long as you're living, live. So be open to the opportunity of doing something different, because if you want something that you currently don't have, you may have to do something that you're currently not doing.
That's true. And that is so important. That's so important.
And stop asking people who have somebody that got hard legs at home, or whatever kind of legs they got at home, telling you what you need to do, and you ain't got nobody. Please stop listening to them.
Exactly.
You better tell the truth.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You gotta do you. Do what works for you. What works for
you
doesn't necessarily work for you. And like I said, we're all grown at the end of the day.
And real quick, just before we go, Dr. Sabrina, I got a chance to see your first, I don't know if it's the first show or not, with Dr. Clark was on there, and the guests, the single moms. Amazing show. I love the look. I love the lights. I love everything about it. Tell us about your show on Fox Soul.
Fox Soul has a show called Dr. Sabrina Unlocks, and I will be unlocking different topics. And so our first one was the Single Mother Chronicles, and I had 5 amazing guests who are either themselves single mothers or they were raised by single mothers, because oftentimes, specifically in the African American community, that badge of being a single mother has negativity attached to it.
Right.
There's 70% of babies that are born in the Black community come from an unwed mother. So that makes people think, well, Black women make poor choices. They trying to trap a man. They trying to get on welfare. Well, we had a real discussion.
Yes,
that's
real
true.
Talk.
And you know what, Dr. Sabrina, you are so wonderful, and I love you to life. And thank you so much for coming on. And we have to get together again for old time's sake. I see you when you get your hair done. But you know what, guys?
Look, don't forget to send me the information you owe me and Miss Patty.
Oh yeah, for the vineyard. I got it. I'm going to.
And Dr. Sabrina, how can our guests find you?
It's so simple. SabrinaJackson.com is my website. They can get all my social media things there.
That is
Dr.
awesome.
SabrinaJackson.com. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Dr. Sabrina, for being here. We're going to take a really quick break. We'll be right back.
Love you.
Día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? Yo espérate de mi amanecer.
Hey, you guys, and we're back, and we are about to wrap up the show.
I can't believe it's over.
It was quick, right, Mike? And this is our first show, you guys. You guys got to tune in.
I'm sweating and everything.
We're going to be doing this once a month. So we'll be coming to you on all social media streams so that you guys will know when we're on. Next month, we're going to be talking about the do's and the don'ts in of your first time dating someone. And we're also going to talk about when love turns deadly. And that should be pretty interesting. And lifestyles, we're going to have a cook that's going to come on and show us some things that we might want to do for our first date. But what we want you guys to do is make sure that you follow us, subscribe to the podcast here, you guys, so that you can get all the information exactly that we have and where we're going to be on next. And make sure you like, share. What'd you say, Mike?
I was talking to my friend Will B and his beautiful wife Angie. They were saying, "Hey, big bro."
Oh, that's awesome! And I see that we have quite a few people that are following us. You guys, this is our very first show, and let us know what you guys thought about it.
Please let us know.
We had little technical difficulties. I don't know what was going on, but you know what? We got through it, you guys. And Mike, I truly enjoyed working with you.
I did too, man. I am so, like I said, I can't wait to get to know all the shades of the Rodney Howell collection. I'm so looking forward to it. I can't wait till it heats up hot enough so we can get out and see what's popping. You know, I work for Alexander Zondu, so we can get out and do some jazz festivals.
There you go.
Some fashion shows. I'm sure you know all the places, restaurants.
Oh yeah, I am definitely a socialite right here in the city of Detroit. You guys follow us on Socialite Detroit so that you can stay updated on what's going on here in the city, in the city of Detroit, and then during my travels, you guys. But we appreciate you guys tuning in here, you know, and make sure that you guys come back next time on Real Talk with me and my boy Mike. You guys. Exactly. You guys have a wonderful evening, and we thank you guys for tuning in. And make sure you go to the Rodney Howell collection, check it out, and see my spring collection that's coming up. And if you need your hair done, give me a call for that. If you need some decoration done, give me a call for that. You need to know where to go in Detroit, give me a call for that. And most important, register, you guys, so that you guys can follow us here on Real Talk. We love you guys.
Click like, share, subscribe. Exactly. You can follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, Mike Belcher or M Belcher Jr. I'm the go-to guy for mortgage protection, life insurance.
That's right, Mike.
We will definitely see you guys in April.
Exactly.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of 5 F's to Love, Real Talk with Rodney and Michael. This has been an awesome opportunity for me to step behind the scenes, but I wanted to make sure that you guys knew what was coming up next. Next week, we're going to talk about...
You be all in your feelings. I've been all in them trenches.
So we will see you next week at 5 F's to Love for the greatest topics on love, life, and relationships. And thank you so much for tuning in for the premiere of Real Talk with Rodney and Michael.
My name is Christine Burkett, the inventor of the 5 F's to Love. This is a compatibility app. It's an app that gives you an opportunity to rate words that start with the letter F in chronological order of importance to you, to help you find your one true love, your soulmate, and the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So after you've taken the time to rate your F's in chronological order, you send a link to the person, I don't know, you just met, or the person you've been dating for quite some time. Or maybe it's the person you've been married to for 30 to 40 to 50 years. And then you compare your top 5 F's to find out what things you have in common and things that you may perhaps need to work on. This is taking a simplistic perspective on how to find your one true love, your soulmate, the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And thank